Alright, I don't know, like where we stopped last time, so we're gonna just start somewhere random and we'll stop whenever we see Brainrot. So, uh, 6741R looks pretty nice. I think we've seen that robot a couple of times already, but yeah, definitely looks pretty good. I like the simple Lady Brown. I think, mm, definitely the weight looks definitely pretty light, right? I think there's not really anything extra on here. I like the kind of like these square inserts for these like little kind of like bearings. I don't know, but it kind of holds the one by one in place, right? Makes it so it can't really bend side to side. So overall, I think it's very nice. It's even using a lot of square inserts actually up here as well. So I'm definitely squaring each part of the robot extremely well. Done, done well. I'm gonna give this one an A tier. Next one, rebuild day 4. It's still missing a lot of stuff, of course, but said that they could get those on. This is the funnels and the ramp and stuff in Lady Brown. But yeah, looks good. I'm thinking they're doing a tier 3 with the PTO down here, so kind of excited to see that. I think it's gonna be like a back reverse tier 3 on the back here. I'm assuming because there's nothing up here that's different than a regular uh, Lady Brown. So no, I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna give this one a B tier. Hello, Mech in the big 25. Interesting. Hello for Fishmech. I don't know why I wrote that as hello. It's early in the morning. Fishmech. All right. So we got Fishmech. I don't know. Definitely don't think Fishmech is gonna be the play, but you do you. It I don't know. I think there wasn't that one guy who's gonna eat a ring if a Fishmech makes dome. I don't know. Maybe one of you guys in the comments can do that. I think your intake ramp is way too cooked. Like that could so easily break. If someone has like something that sticks out of the bottom of the robot, or just like their drivetrain, right? Like if you run into the side of their drivetrain and it gets under here, just snaps that piece immediately. I would 100% fix that. That's just a problem waiting to happen. But other than that, looks okay. I think yeah, you already see like some snaps in your on your uh guiders, right, on your funnel. So that means that the poly you're using is kind of prone to snapping, especially down here with such little support. But yeah, I like the nameplate swap. That's really easy. Looks like you just kind of slide it in, swipe it out. Right, pretty nice. Pretty nice. Overall, it looks a little heavy. There's like extra bits and pieces of aluminum you don't need. So just like this piece here, it's like really long. It goes around the whole C channel or the whole drivetrain. Just right. But I mean, I'm sure you're mounting stuff off of that, right? But a lot of teams do like a little shaft collar that comes up, or just like another like a one by one that comes up, and then you can mount it off of that. So I'm gonna give this one a C tier. Old Mentor team spot. What do you think? This is a for OU. Hmm. Over under bot. Okay, interesting. I definitely. I mean, for Vex, honestly, it's like you'd want to have the drivetrain be like slim, right? Especially these drive like the pod itself, right? You want it to be like 5 wide at most, or sorry, 6 wide at most. 5 wide is what you should be aiming for, and I don't know if you're a freak, you can do 4 wide, but there's no need for that. So yeah, 5 wide is the most commonly used, and it's nice. But yeah, it's pretty whack. I see you have a capacitor on this. I think that's what it's called from spin up, where it starts spinning slower and it slowly picks up speed, and this momentum is carried on the flywheel. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna give this one an F tier though, unfortunately. But yeah, I have not seen a capacitor in so long. I think it's a capacitor. Not sure. All right. Failed this form, guys. Also hood. All right. Budgeting survey. Interesting. Got a Boston Dynamics dog. That's an S tier. S tier dog. This dog gets an S tier. 5 big booms. All right, Andrew. Let's see. Okay. So 360 Lady Brown. I don't know why we call it 360. It should just call it 180. Cause it can't go over. I mean, or like 270, because it can't actually go 360. But yeah, looks nice. Let me see. I think I'd add some protection to your back wheels. If you can add like a poly like piece around it, just a poly funnel around the whole thing, that'd be nice. Really protect those wheels and make sure that these rollers or these little like roller pieces can't get just whacked off. So I'm gonna give this one a B tier. Rebuild day one. Oh, good progress for day one. Dang, you guys are really speedrunning this, showing us how it's done with, I mean, probably with the CAD. And I see you have this high strength bearing fly here. This high strength pillow bearing here. I feel like they're gonna do a PTO with this then. All right, that's kind of where I'm getting at this. I'm liking the setup a lot though. However, I think that you're using a lot of high strength shafts, especially up here. All right, I don't think you even need a high strength shaft up here. You can just I mean, if you're doing chained, actually no, you don't even need it. You just do screw joints. We always use screw joints and they work great. So you don't need a high strength shaft up there. So that really cuts down the weight if you want to just use like screw joints or something. But I mean, you have a hole drilled out, so I don't know what you can do about that. Maybe you can use like the four, like the poly like inserts with 4 holes. The ones like the square insert. Maybe you can use 2 of those. I don't know. You'll have to see. But yeah, it looks nice. I'm gonna give this one an A tier. All right, Luca, got your kind of tealish looking robot. Looks nice. Definitely looks good. Right. I always wonder like what's going on with the gearing over here. I think like I don't know what's the ratio on this robot. I'm kind of confused. Is it 450, 3.25, and then you have three. You have like these 3 connected. Oh, I think so. Yeah, but then like what's this for? You have like this extra side piece. I don't know. That's all a little whack, but overall it looks really nice. I'm gonna give this one an A tier. Jason. Bam. Oh shoot, my bad guys. I zoomed in. Looks nice. I'm gonna give this one an A tier as well. All right. Looking at this, someone else has started their robots and wow. Also, like I feel like people were just starting their robots way too late. Like we started ours we finished ours like 2 months ago. Actually, I don't know. We finished ours like late February, I think, or something like this. It's like 2 months ago we finished ours. But yeah, looks nice. I like how you have these connected by standoffs. Screw in this one. The standoff is loose still, and if you can't screw it in anymore, change out the screw or change out the standoff can be stripped. So look at that. What is this doing? I don't know what this is doing. This is it's just like this, 1x1 or times like 2 long 1x1. Just sit it on the drivetrain. I don't know what that's for. Please let me know. But yeah, I assume you're gonna have your intake come off of here. I wouldn't really do that. I would mount it like I would like have this piece right flipped and come up here instead like this, and then so the intake can be like longer and comes from down from higher, right? I like that. If you can have it come down from a higher angle, then I think the intake's a little bit better. But yeah, and motor setups are nice. I like how it's all vertical and just squished in. I think you cut the C channel right to fit the vertical motors. That is nice. You know what? I'm gonna give this one a B tier. Oh, you middle school bots, please don't hold back. Yeah, this is kind of dog. I'm not gonna lie, this is mid. I'm assuming you guys didn't have like a lot of materials though, like a lot of different like types of stuff to build with. Because I mean, I don't even think they have. Oh, they have C channels, but they don't have a lot because they're using a lot of through wides. But yeah, this is very mid at best. I mean, if it was last year, I'd definitely say like, just try your best to make it to states, and then if you make it to states, then rebuild to like a metabot where you can change your whole drivetrain. Or you want to go for 5 wide. I think this is 6 wide or 7 wide. You want to go 5 wide. Use a C channel, right? And then C channels on the intake. You want to move this down a little bit, right? Really kind of like you kind of want to min max the distance, right? Get this down as low as you can, right? Put mesh around this roller if you want, right? And and then you want to flip this motor around, right? Because I see your wires coming out from the front here. You want to flip the motor around, the wires comes out the back, and then you can route the wire along the C channel, and then down onto the brain. I would want, you should not use a flywheel first of all. It's pretty mid. If you do use a flywheel though, um, honestly, this is a four motor drive. Damn, I'm really getting cooked out here. Uh, yeah, I would not use a flywheel because then it's everything else is harder. I mean, like unless you make this a piston, like a piston seats here, and then you'll have to do a 6 motor drive. But I see you don't have a 6 motor drive, so do that 6 motor drive. I don't know. Anyways, I don't really want to do an over under thing right now. Crumble under the pure pressure. Change Lady Brown lull. Tips wanted. All right. So. All right. He's just gonna hold the the wall stick there. Interesting. Nice. I was hearing a lot of people say that like you don't need to have that many wheels touching the ground because the robots are so light. So there's not really a need. I don't know. Like I feel like there's an argument for that, but honestly, I just like play it safe and just still do 3 wheels touching the ground just in case, right? But yeah, this looks nice. It's a little weird how you're like this setup is, but I understand it. Like I understand how you want the the motor on the inside, since the motor sticks out less or the more than the encoder does. So than the rotation sensor, right? I would cut this C channel though if you can, right? Uh, I mean, I guess you can cut it on the robot as well. So looks good. Um, yeah, I mean, cut these as well if you aren't going to do tier 3 with this. And that's about it. This all looks pretty good. I'm gonna give this one a B tier since it'll show some stuff for you to do. All right, rebuild day 5. Wow, going through a lot of robots today. Looks good. You know, I don't I don't know about connecting this doink here with 3 pieces, right? You got this bottom piece here, you got this middle 1x1, and you got this top 1x1. Damn, that's not looking that good. I would just change it to like a C channel. Honestly, like I don't really see a point of using 1x1s on your doinker. Just use a C channel. And use it like two, like where it's like the wide side facing down. So then like you can like, so it doesn't like move around side to side. It's really nice. I'm gonna give this one a C tier. James Beanot. Bam. Got the LeBron mech. Looking like an S tier already. James Beanot. Choose 1082E for Worlds. For sure. Alright. Alright. Looks good. 453.25 again. Honestly, you know what? I'm gonna make this like bet right now. I think 452.75 or like a slower drive to RPM will beat out the fast RPMs at Worlds, just because on the wall stick plays, the low RPM has such an advantage on those wall sticks, right? Just such a big advantage on those wall sticks. So, anyways, I'm gonna give this one an A tier. It looks nice. 10% speed boost from the GT3 RS. Absolutely, guys. If there's a billionaire watching my video, buy me a GT3 RS, please. Sponsor me. S tier. But yeah, suggestions: 2-ring doinker rush should be added. Nice, looks good. Ooh, I like those spins. Damn, really practicing those driver moves. I can see, right? You can really, I'd much rather have a good driver on a bad bot than a bad bot with a good driver, right? So, really showing how it's done here. Damn, he's going kind of ham, right? I think it's a pretty slow robot, but making all these moves really nice. I'm going to say it's slow, and it's going to turn out to be 453.25. Yeah, I think it's 453.25. I mean, you can just see they have really dirty wheels, so it's really hard for it to gain traction, right? So I would wipe your wheels constantly, or just use a slower gear ratio, right? It looks nice. Anyways, okay, looking down on the next one, we have running on overheated motors. See robot in the car. Interesting. And yeah, I'd definitely add more supports between your Lady Brown. Looks like it's kind of, you know, it's a little jank. As you can see when it's scoring, one side goes down more, right? And it's a little wobbly, and you can see that just because that only one side is the motor powering, the other side is just gear. So I'd make that change. And oh, okay.